Well, we're starting now. Oh yeah, but I do want to check and see how this is going to sound. And it seems like every time I want to check to see how it's going to sound, it always ends up making sure that it's nice and delayed. And the music is good though, I hear my voice, but I think I'm going to turn the game audio down just like the tiniest bit. See how it sounds doing it that way, but I think this is what I'm going to end up keeping it at. And that's it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine and dandy. Because apparently also there's something that keeps copyright striking my videos, which apparently it's saying that it's not affecting my channel, but I don't want it to have the chance to affect my channel in the near future. Oh, that's loud music that I have in my ears. Alrighty. I had oh my gosh. Hey there, Lugia. I've got a song playing right now in my ears. For the Sun by Kronzuki. Oh, if that's pronouncing it right. It's the one that Meat Canyon did that Teletubbies video with. It was freaking awesome to watch. So we've got the Jolly Hitmonlee that has like perfect attack, which I do plan on using. We've got the Clefable. It's not my favorite team member, but we have it, and I'm gonna rock with it. Venusaur, mixed feelings on, but I'm still liking it at the end of the day. And then, I mean, you can just never go wrong with a freaking Kadabra. I'm hoping my sound also sounds better. Tweaked it up a little bit. It seems to me like it's gonna do better. But, yeah, I don't think there's really any issue with it now. Definitely noticed it the last time I was on, and I did not like how it sounded. And then somebody told me what the issue might be. I tweaked it up a bit, so I think we're fine now. And I'm also trying to think, too, with having to go through the tower, I don't want to stick to just using Hitmonlee for it. And it's a little bit of a bummer that Hitmonlee is not going to be able to get much done when it comes to it. But I can sort of try to rely on, and I remember that Sing, and that is in the same spot. Ooh, what kind of luck do you got going on? Wake up at 4:30. Get back to sleep 3 hours ago. Woke up. Oh, tornado warning. Gotta love it. I'm probably gonna end up going back and forth between Clefable and that. I don't think we've had a tornado warning in a hot minute. And also, the last tornado warning we had, I'm pretty sure I slept through it. I think my wife even called, she like texted or called me. She was like, "Hey, from where I'm at, I can hear the tornado sirens. Are you looking, like, are you gonna find somewhere to go?" And I was like, I'm already in bed. Like, I think I found it. She was like, "No, that's not good. It's next to a window. It's on the second story. You can't do that." And I was like, okay, sure. And I just went back to sleep. Ooh, tornado hit there. Nice. I think the last time that I actually was, I mean, somewhat in a way involved with a tornado touchdown was in 2014 or no, 15. 2015 we had one that went through. Oh, I need to check which move's what. I don't know. Dang it. We had one that I wasn't there for it. Okay, so Secret Power. I'm gonna guess that last move is Foresight. I'm not positive, but I can use this, and yeah, there we go. But no, like we were out because this is when I was still a poolee and not actually like past boot camp and everything else. This is like the thing that you kind of can do beforehand to help keep you in shape, so when you go, you're not gonna do trashy. But like we went out on to do the run, And then somebody was like, hey, like they were like walking out of the Sears, and they were like, hey, what are you guys doing? And we're like, we're just doing a run. And she was like, well, that's a tornado over there. And we just kind of all look at like the super dark, like James and the Giant Peach looking clouds that were starting to come that way. And so then we all just kind of looked at the guy that was supposed to be like in charge of us that had us out running. And he just kind of like looked at it also, looked back at us and went, alright, let's see who can get back the fastest, and then just started running. We were like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this now. And we just started booking it. We all lived. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool how we all lived the way we did. But I mean, it was funny. Got like I was like, hey, he's like, you guys are back soon. What are you guys doing here? And he told him, he was like, oh yeah, apparently there's a tornado, and they're like, oh yeah, no, we heard about that. We didn't realize it was that close. And so they're like, alright, now, I know that a lot of you have driven here, but technically and like legally, we're not allowed to let you leave unless like the weather's cleared up in the area. And we're like, oh, I mean, not that we're gonna argue. I mean, shoot, this is probably one of the better places to be at, because I think by the time we'd gotten inside, I think it maybe took about 20 minutes for it to pass and be out of the area. And he was like, alright. He's like, is there anybody that's going, I forget what direction it was, like south or something, and there was like 5 people. He was like, okay, you guys just gotta wait like an extra like 15, 20. He's like, but anybody that came up from the north, you guys are good. It's done and out of there. In the path, just as I say, down the road, we actually we do a little control plus action. Ooh, not too many months ago. Ooh, exciting. Oh, hold on, my wife is calling for me. Okay, it was nothing that was crazy important or required. I am back. And I have also beaten Gary's ass. Or at least whatever his name is. I don't remember if I did a thing for that or not. Or if I just chose like a character and just said like screw it, call him that. But now, with Clefable, we're gonna continue on this mess. I don't know what you're saying, ma'am. Got back from Sun BRB. Oh lord, don't you know there's a tornado going on? Yeah, oh no, we're just dude, that's such a Midwestern thing to do. They said we need to go inside. Go outside? Okay. Sit outside, watch lightning? Yeah, I got you. It's like, no, go inside. Somewhere without windows. But if we go without windows, we can't see the lightning. Okay, I need you to bust through that. There we go. Ooh, and it landed. Nice. I am so much of a fan of that. I'm also going to do a quick check to see how the audio is on doing this. I'm gonna pause because I got hacked. I want to see how it sounds. Okay, I still like the way it sounds. I like the way that it is. I think I'll leave the audio as it is. And we're gonna put the music back on. Ooh, but we're gonna turn it down some, because golly. At least I don't think the audio's too quiet. I don't know, I probably would still be dumb enough to like stay outside and want to see it. But that's just because that's how I am. I mean, shoot, we were also the kids also that, like, when we had weather like that, instead of being like, oh no, we need to go inside, we were like, oh no, we're still wearing too many clothes that we don't want to get wet. and then we would actually just like go inside, change, and then go back outside in the stuff that we were like more comfortable being wet in. Or you would do that whole thing where it's like, oh, we have a swimming pool, but while it's raining, you like stand outside for a second, and then you go in the pool where it's significantly warmer than like the outside. Then you just do that little back and forth stuff, and then your parents get mad at you because they're like, you're putting grass in the damn pool, and it's like, I don't care. I'm like 13, I don't care. Wondering if maybe he just didn't hear it in time, or because did they have the did they have like the whole like thing going? No, don't curse me. That's not nice. Come on, land. No, this is bad. And you're gonna use spite. Man, I'm gonna switch out to... I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go to Kadabra. It doesn't really seem like there's too much to do. Yeah, didn't hear. You really use Confuse Ray again? I hurt myself. And you could... Alright, well, that's just gonna knock you out. Which, I mean, hey, kinda what I wanted to do. Oh, it did not. It did not knock itself out. So close. Breakthrough, breakthrough. Yes. I want to break free. Excuse me. Well, and now I can just use the other Ghastlies and just try to get my HP back. And have to hope that I don't get confused again. I don't want to have to, like, go through the malarkey that is confusion. Sing lands, thank you. 51 at 52. That's malarkey, but if that's how the game wants to play, I can understand that. I guess. Change in Gen 5? Man, Gen 5 really was just like the generation to just have a whole bunch of stuff happen, whether it's positive or negative. Gen 5 was such a big... I mean, definitely good changes, though, at times. Though I'm pretty sure everybody hated the sleep mechanic in Gen 5. The fact that they, like, borderline call sleep a win. They're like, if you land sleep, you just assume that you're gonna get everything that you want in the battle. It's like, well, dang, alright then. That's how they think it is. And we're gonna keep doing this until at least 34. No, not Confuse Ray, stop. I don't like it. Just... Come on, break through it, break through it, break through it. No, that's not how you break through it. Because then he's gonna curse again also. Oh yes, you snapping out, so that's good. And then Sing lands. Getting that HP back, and since we're fighting all of these, we're gonna also get some special attack EVs from everybody. Crazy, every time opponent had yellow in his color 52. Yeah, I just kind of feel like it would be like, unless it's like an odd number and they're just like, we don't know what to do with it, and they just round down. It's the only other thing I can really imagine it being, is just we just don't know how to make it round down, or it was the decision they willingly made where it didn't round down. Not entirely sure. He's going the distance. I'd rather the PP go toward an actual trainer battle, not a wild Ghastly. If I had another special move, I would definitely go for it. But right now, I think I just have. Pound. I believe that other move is Pound, because I gave Secret Power to Hitmonlee. Is this first move? Did I wonder if this first move is Metronome, and I don't remember it. Not entirely sure if I remember. Let me see when it's like a game site to put a 2% times into. Okay, yeah. What's this move? I don't remember what it even... Okay, well, now I'm not going to even know what the move is, so it's not that. I'm going to have to look and see what that move is now. Okay, well, at least Sing lands. Let me try to get it back to that. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, they probably just were still figuring that stuff out. That's all. As much as you can want to get upset by it, they're still learning. But they became fantastic though once they actually learned it all. Yeah, we're gonna switch out because I don't want to lose Fable here. Let me see you. So, okay, so top left is Razor Leaf. Oh, dude, and I think Heart Gold had one of like one of the health bars too, where it was like it was almost hard to notice at times what something was supposed to be. I think they were definitely one of the ones where you're like, I don't know if I like this. Also, wow, these hiccups. Not a fan. Chill out, hiccups. But hey, I figure this is probably far enough into the video. If you feel like you're having a good time, past, present, or future, why don't you leave a like? I'd appreciate it. And if you don't leave a like, well, you know what? Why don't you leave some feedback? Let me know why you didn't like it. Or you can just silently come in and then leave like nothing happened. And I just become a figment of your imagination. That's totally possible. Man, I don't know what it is, but like for some reason, like, you know, doing that, it always reminds me of what do you call it? What does it remind me of? Like looking at like videos and stuff like now where they'll like do that thing where they like ask for a like on the video, and it's like barely a minute in, and I'm like, you know, I was like, can you give it at least a little bit of a second before you start asking for it? But then I know there are others that are like, you know, hey, just reminding you to do this in case you like it later on in the video. Like, it's really weird how, like, you see, like, over the years, like, it kind of changed, like, where they say it at, or even sometimes, like, how they say it. Where you get, like, some people will have it where they don't ask it, but they'll have, like, a set time where they'll add, like, an animation or something into it where it just is like, oh, look, click the like, click the notification bell, you like that, don't you? And I'm like, I don't think I actually have anybody on for notifications for my phone. That's because I was getting like so many notifications from things at one point. I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, but we're gonna turn this off. Plus, I also don't think there's anybody that I can think of where, as of late, I've been wanting to really watch their stuff to a point where I want to be notified of it. And I think the only time I ever try to have it on is if really Spite. Oh no, that's... Yeah, no, that's Spite, because Grudge is if you knock it out. Oh, Ralph Stanley, I do like your music, but I am not feeling Ralph. I am not feeling your GCC tunes right now. Now, Rodney Carrington, I am in the mood for your funny comedic tunes. Funny little song by him. Oh, the way the freaking instrument sounded. It actually sounded like somebody behind me, like, is playing the guitar. I was about to be like, whoa, who's doing that? But there's nobody behind me. These are just really nice headphones. They're really nice sound quality as well. That's his name. Now I'm gonna hope that this video does not get a copyright strike, like I said, the last couple. And it's by somebody, I don't even know who they are. I think I tried looking it up. And I think it's because they use a sample from the main games. But for some reason, it's trying to consider it copyright. And I'm like, how is that? I don't understand, because I think it might even be a cover too. Which I'm like, come on, like, really? We're gonna try to say like a cover and I'm trying to copyright it? That's malarkey. Not a fan. But we're gonna see how it goes. I think like almost a week ago I did a little rebuttal thing for that. And it said that via email I'm supposed to see, they got up within 30 days or whatever to argument it. But the only reason I'm like trying to even go at it at all is because the fact that they have like just my videos up as copyright. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking anyone's music. I'm literally using game audio. But who knows? Who knows how that's gonna end up going. I'm also thinking that today is not going to be, like, the longest stream, unless we get, like, a bunch of people in. But, not sure. Because I know the wife is hella tired today. And she's like, I want to take a nap. And I'm like, no, it's too late in the day, you can't nap. Might as well just, like, I was going to say, you can't go to sleep, but, like, if you try sleeping now, you're going to be screwed. Got this, and we got, I think this is the cleanse tag that's in this spot. So we got the cleanse tag. I walk in. And then I think you're still at 35. So yeah, so I'm kind of glad I can get Venusaur. Because I'm one of those where I kind of like to have everybody be in line level-wise with my starter. Which is, I mean, I know it's definitely like a me thing, but like I always want my starter to not necessarily, I mean, like I would like them to be the strongest, but I want them to be my like gauge as to how well, or you know, where I'm at in it. So like I see like, oh, starter's at like 55, well then everybody else should be somewhere between like 53 and like 56. But I don't mind if somebody gets over leveled, it's just gonna happen inevitably. Like, I know currently my Y2 that I'm doing, my highest level is weirdly my Altaria. But that's because I also did, like, one battle with it, against a Blissey. And I was lower level than it, so I got a shitload of experience from knocking it out. Because it was a traded Altaria, and it was holding a Lucky Egg. It was so much experience. I think it went from, like, 65.5 to 68. So, yeah, it definitely was not intentional. But it just kept going and going and going. And I don't look to gift horse in the mouth. Give me all the experience. Try to drink a little bit of water. See if maybe it'll help with issues that I got going on. Ooh, but I'm also very much looking forward to after I do this, though, I'm gonna have some of the chicken my wife made, and it looks so good. I'm like really looking forward to it because we got that, some mashed potatoes that we had left over from Saturday. Saturday? Yeah, Saturdays when we had people over, which was nice. Nice little get together. Nothing insane or crazy. Had a friend over who he's getting ready to go. He's getting stationed somewhere else for a little bit, and he wanted to see him before he left. I think it's one of the more recent times I think where he had been home. And the other two are just friends who live somewhat close to us. Not like close enough to where we're gonna like see him, you know, every other day or something, or see him like once a week. But I mean, like they live close enough to where like if we were like they'd be like the kind of friends that you would see like maybe like once a month or once every 2 months to just do stuff. Would you almost say that's an acquaintance? I don't know if acquaintance somehow gets like lower on the charts on that. I thought for a second, I was like, how did you live the Razor Leaf? But then I have to remember also that Razor Leaf's only 55 power, so that's kinda to be expected. And I don't think I even got a crit from that battle either. But I like that Venusaur is still my highest leveled right now. And then that's gone. And now we are going to put Kadabara. Or actually, no. I can put you up front because the mons that are up here are going to be Team Rocket Pokermans. And I can fight these guys with no problem with my Hitmonlee. No, because I got Secret Power. Because I'm kind of thinking if I want to teach it, like, apparently he wants to teach it Dig, because in the, like, later on, I might give it Earthquake, because I know usually, I don't know, like, fighting types and Earthquake usually always seems like a good fit, but the only other mon I would probably give it to is Aerodactyl, or I could be really weird and give it to, Venusaur, if I wanted to be weird. But I'm also cool with fighting these Golbat because this actually goes towards Speed EVs. I don't know what you tried to do, but you missed. What was that? That would have. Oh, you know what? Unless it's Supersonic. That sucked for some weird reason. You'd be up at high levels, like, or the higher. No, this isn't even considered higher levels. My headphones dying? Oh, that's a bummer. Headphones are getting close to dying, which means I'm gonna have to stop listening to my jammy jams. But I thought that I had a, like, it's weird, like, you know what, I had them, there we go. I'll live without the music. Feel a little bummed out. But I also definitely cannot have the music just playing willy-nilly. That's all the music I'm listening to would get me immediately struck down. But I think I also need to kind of shy away from talking like all that stuff. But I'm mostly saying it just because it's stuff that I need to kind of keep in my mind. Because I am so new to this. And I think it also doesn't help too that I've been listening, because I can't really watch while I work, but I've been listening to a lot of videos about just people online predominantly, but just like some of the crazy shit they do on it, on YouTube and whatnot. Like, I know I definitely cannot be one of those people who just kind of like does like the video logs of just like everything that they do in their life. It's like some of the people that do it, it's just not good. And then also it ends up, like, the people who end up doing it end up being people who I don't think you'd even want to really see in their, like, everyday life. Because then it ends up just kind of being, like, really sad. But you get a lot of people who are just like, no, like, this is cool. Like, we like watching travesty. It's like, no, this is... No, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, it still happens. People end up getting on, looking like jackasses, or end up being incredibly self-destructive. But there are people who just egg them on, because, hey, you're not me, so I get to, I'll watch this. Yeah, and I think bottom left is jump kick? No, high jump kick. Which is still really a move that I don't think I care much for. But I also don't know, like, what's, like, the next move that Hitmonlee really is going to learn leveling up that I think I'd want it to know. Because it really isn't. Like, and I'm going to keep High Jump Kick on it as well, just because this is a mon I'm definitely sending up to Black and White, because I remember its IVs being really good. So this is one that's gonna make its way up the chain. And depending on how good of an Aerodactyl I get, I'd probably end up wanting to use that as well. Oh, and for people who don't know, if you have the item finder, and you come back and stand in the spot where he's at, you can find it, yeah, you have to stand exactly in the spot where he's at. use the item finder, you'll get a Soothe Bell from there. Which is super fitting for it being Mr. Fuji. Being such a nice old man. But also, now that we have the Poke Flute, one, we're gonna heal. And then I thought about using Snorlax at one point, but I think I just recently used a Snorlax. But I also have, well, you know what? I don't know, because I'm not entirely feeling the Clefable that much. And it's not like I'm gonna feel bad for not having Mega Kick available. Do kind of think Snorlax would be a funner fit. And I would still keep the Clefable and probably use it either for breeding in a later game, for it having Sing and Dream Eater, maybe try to do something with that. But I don't know, because I know we're gonna go and have to use a Poke Flute. But I don't necessarily have to catch the Snorlax that's here. I can still get the Super Rod, go back to Pallet, get Shelter, and then work on Shelter, and then contemplate. Because then I'd be willing to off-screen train the Snorlax to be caught up for the later one, which I also will already have to do for Aerodactyl, so not really changing much. I don't know. Actually, you know, I'll probably end up, after this. Wait, you know what? No, I feel like if I'm gonna make the wait, no, didn't I used the Snorlax in yellow, I believe. So I really don't want to necessarily have another Snorlax in a Gen 1 run that I've done. You know, I will keep the Clefable. Yeah, I want to keep the Clefable. Last minute decision. I mean, like, I'm still not crazy feeling it. I think compared to Snorlax, I'd probably rather be using Snorlax, but like I said, I also am using it in yellow, which I'm not entirely finished with it yet either. I also think I already got the yeah, I already got the TM from you, right? Yeah, 27. Okay, so I already did. But yeah, like, deep down in my bones, I want to switch Clefable for Snorlax, but I'll probably save it for another time. And then you're still at, what, 33? About to be 34. So we're gonna fight all these fishermen. When you go down, we're gonna clobber the Snorlax and then get that Super Rod, and we're gonna get our 5th member, who's gonna be our Surfer as well. But yeah, and I'm also really hoping that the sound actually is better compared to my other videos. Like I said, I had somebody who kind of pointed out, like, oh, I think this is your issue with it. Because I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe it was the fact that, like, I was maybe being too close to it when talking, or something else. But then they're like, no, it's like a setting you have to change. It's your gain, I think, was too high. Which I did lower it, and then I did some other changes as well when it came to OBS. And I think overall the sound has gotten better. At least for my mic input and shit, so. Like I said, I think the levels, I like where they're at right now and everything else, so it should be way better for people to actually want to, like, stick around with and not sound like I'm, you know, in, like, 2008 trying this stuff out for the first time. I can actually sound like I'm in the modern day. I'm also contemplating if I want to switch to Clefable to get it to 36 first. I also don't know if I necessarily. Well, actually, no. I'll keep you out. Why not? Just keep breaking everybody, or secret powering them. Had to remember what the move was for a second. For some reason, like, hidden power was the one I wanted to say. And then, nope. Come on, that's the thing. I love GameCube D-pad. I know. It's not great, but I tried to use the stick, and the stick. Like, the GameCube controller, for it letting you do Game Boy Advance stuff, it feels so unnatural trying to play Game Boy Advance games using the GameCube controller, because the sticks don't feel right doing it, but then you use the D-pad, and the D-pad is just awful. And and I have actually had times where there's, oh yeah, I think it was XD Gale of Darkness, like, lets you kind of, like, play one-handed, because you can just kind of You can have it where, um, yeah, like the C stick actually works for also hidden item. Hello. The C stick works for walking, so you can just hold it in one hand and have access to pausing, hitting B, hitting A, and using the stick to walk around. And I like that when it has like a natural like one-handed play, whereas you can kind of do it with the GBA and DS when it gives you like the option to have like L equal A, which I don't mind it, but I don't really find myself using it like crazy often. But there's something about that that just kind of does feel like weirdly unnatural. And I need to turn my notifications down, because y'all don't need to really hear it. I also don't know what that's about. We're gonna leave it at it though, because that's not important. We're gonna break some more. Go. 500? Yes. I'm trying to think also just like what it is I'm wanting to do with like the rest of my week, because it's only Monday. There's so much that I can do with it, with the rest of the week. I'm wanting to say at some point in the week I want to see if I can actually like specifically move this down. There we go. I'm trying to think if I want to do like any of the yard work that I have to do throughout the week, or if I want to save it for the weekend. But I know there's some other stuff that I also need to get as well to kind of keep up with it. But it's also like so late in the summer, I kind of don't necessarily want to do things. But we also just, what, we're in August now? Well, I guess it really doesn't end until like end of September, which is really where summer kind of ends at. But I don't know, I also just sometimes have like a, I don't want to say like a defeatist attitude, but I just have times where I'm like, I just don't care anymore about some stuff. But you gotta sometimes. Especially because if you don't keep up with some stuff, either you get a neighbor that wants to bitch at you, or your stuff's bad enough to where then it leads to other problems. And also, I didn't mean to... Okay, you're... Wow. Jolly nature, I guess, kind of beats just Kadabra naturally being that quick. So, I was actually very surprised the fact that you outsped my Kadabra. Well, that does make me feel better about you being jolly. Especially because it's going to give me the chance, like, later on to where I can rely mostly on... And I'm actually going to save, because I am going to attempt to catch the Snorlax. Just to catch it. But, I mean, if I don't, I'm not going to feel bad about it. Like I said, if I change my mind... I don't really want to, but if I change my mind, I'll catch the one that's on the other side, and I'll take the time, my off time, to try to get it caught up. Well, let's just go with Secret Power, just to try to get that paralysis off on it, and then after it... Oh, because this is paralysis, right? Oh, unless you try to use Snore, and that's why it didn't. Okay, they shouldn't kill. And it did. Okay, I guess I was off a little bit, but that's fine. And then, yeah, so if you were to use the item finder and stand in this spot, you get a leftovers. And that also works for both of their spots. They both end up giving you the leftovers if you needed one. So there's 3 leftovers available in this game. So I think you also get the leftovers in the ship? Or I'm thinking of Emerald. But yes, I can now also get my 5th team member. And do I have a... Oh, you just have cut. Okay, so I don't have the ability to fly yet, but I can make it back home going this way. Which is kind of nice. I wonder if they almost like somewhat planned that to have like the shelter and Staryu being located in a spot that you kind of have to go a little ways back for. Do I have something? Nobody that can fly, but I wouldn't mind having to knock out Diglett's and Dugtrios with Hitmonlee. That's fine. His speed is the one that I want you to work on the most. Well, next to attack. In under 30 minutes, we went from till 6:30 watch till 8:30 watch. So I'm watching, but keeping volume off since mom didn't like hearing when I listened to it. It's by the way, so if saying anything, maybe we're gonna Oakley. Oh, hold on. Need to actually be in the thing for it. Oakley. Oakley. Hell yeah. I also love saying that. I like legitimately saying that. Like I use it in the workplace as well. And if I'm having to message somebody using like Teams or anything else, I also will use the I'll actually use the GIF itself. And it's one of those things too where like it's super nice that they're, I don't want to say like they're like crazy lax, but it's, as long as it's not like inappropriate usage, like our work is totally fine with using memes to communicate some things. Like if something's going really well, like they're totally fine if you just use like emotes or whatever to just say like something's fine. And they also but they also utilize the reacts more. Like just kind of like to, because a lot of them also will use Teams on their phones, like if they're in like a meeting or something, so it's kind of easier to just like react to something like that rather than typing out, hey, good to hear, whatever. They can instead just like press hold, that emoji, put phone back pocket, don't look rude. Which I'm pretty sure is what happens most of the time. Look at me using filler words, which is really bad. I took a public speaking class in high school, and that's where I learned that. Don't hold the paper up to your face, try to stay away from saying like and and if it has to be a little bit of an awkward silence, that's not always too bad. But definitely saying, you know, things like or like is hello, Doug Trio. Ooh, Angel 31. But yeah, that's always been like the thing you're not supposed to do. Oh, and it's fat. Wow, you really faster than me? I'm a little surprised by that. I want to see how much damage this secret power does. I kind of want to catch that and check you out a little bit. This ball. I mean, I'll try a great ball, see if I catch it. I'm not gonna like hope I get this. No. Ooh, excuse me if y'all heard that. Not bad. I mean, I guess I'm just curious to see like if this thing has just like a speed boosting nature. Because I'm a little surprised that that outsped me the way that it did. Diggle's Cave has a higher encounter rate than Mount Moon. First step, I wouldn't say that one has more than the other, but they definitely feel close. Also, what is in your last move slot? I don't remember. No, go back to summary. What is your last move? Oh yeah, I think it's Foresight. A move that I really didn't much care for. I can't knock you out. Oh, it's Focus Energy. Okay, you know what? I would probably use Focus Energy for stuff. Focus Energy, Brick Break, Secret Power, Earthquake. But I would end up having Bulk Up over it. Nice. Sometimes silence helps. True. But I'm trying to make sure I don't necessarily have filler words. 94. Golly, you are fucking quick. Let me actually look. Oh, I actually don't know if I have that type chart. I would have to like look it up again. Nutso. Oh no, I kept it. Yay me. So glad I kept that. Okay. That with the small one next to it. That with the small one next to it. So that is hasty. So yeah, definitely was a speed boosting nature like I thought. So I would not use that personally. Like if you're gonna have one, definitely like Adamant or Jolly. Though I think there was a point in time where it was like one or the other. You wanted it to like either outspeed something, or you wanted it to... I think you wanted it to just outspeed some stuff. So let's get you to use cut. Because then we're going to go here. And I do have to, since I did... Oh, you know what? Let me check and see what my Pokedex... No, I think I did pick up... I think I picked up the TM for Flash. But it also, at this point, really doesn't matter because I don't need it at all. Do I need it? No, because I already went through that. And that cave is the only place that really uses it, so I didn't have to worry about that. So let's go and put Dugtrio away. So you go here. Maybe we'll pull you out for something someday, but not today. And then I am going to heal. Put Clefairy in the front because we're going to rely on Sing. And I do have a netball, so I can pretty much just like Sing, get it to sleep, netball. Should catch it. Not saying it will, but it should. 3% difference. Small but enough to catch. So then we're going to, right, because I got you in the front. And the netball. So we are going to go for Shelter now. It's going to be a little bit of a bummer, but this probably will end up taking up the rest of the time here. So so I understand it if there's going to be some people at this point who may not want to necessarily stick around. Like I said, past, present, or future, might not want to stick around. So if you are wanting to like kind of just skedaddle after this, I totally understand it. Like I said though, please leave some feedback, whether it's like a thumb or a comment or something. But I appreciate you all stopping by for if you did. And now let's go to the Super Rod. Alright. Gen 3 fishing, one of like everybody's least favorite things to do. I know it's not like my favorite thing in the world. Come on, I need you to get me something. Stay in the ball. Stay on the pole. No, that's not how you stay on the pole. You have to get on the pole first. Wow, really? I'm just gonna keep getting that freaking unlucky? Come on. Give me a catch. I don't understand. Why is this being so not cool? Come on. Wow, really? Wow, this is not giving me anything. There we go. Alright, well, we're just gonna start off strong with a Gyarados. Not catching it, but freaking neat. I like that we have the chance. I mean, if it's red, I'll be down for it. But I'm not wanting to use a Gyarados. And honest and truthfully also, if I were to use a Gyarados, I'm gonna get the Magikarp that you can get at the beginning. I don't care. I'm one of those where like I would actually spend the money, and I've done it only one time, but I would rather do it putting it in the daycare and then just running around waiting for it to get to like level 19 and then just evolving it that way, especially because a lot of the times also like you would already have like all the, you know, what, like there's like 3 I think at that point rare candies that you can get. Oh, hello Horsey. You would be tempting to use if I could get you evolved all the way. But I want to say I should be able to get Shelter this way. But yeah, like if I could get a Kingdra from during main story, I would 1000% use that. But the problem is if I were to have it holding that item and try to trade it, gollies. Seadra, no. Oh, and you won't let me run? Alright, I guess you're just too quick for me. Let me run now. Thank you. Give me Shelter. Like, the Horsey line is good. Just don't want it in this. No, stop. Horsey, I can't use you all the way. And I don't want to just settle at Seadra. I mean, that would actually be, like, tempting to do, though. Like, get that, and then have, like, a reason to get the national decks. And then just, that'd be, like, the first thing that I do is I just evolve that. Well, here we go. We got our little Shelter. And now he's gonna lull you. And then we're gonna bowl you. Ooh, I kind of like that a little bit. Lull you, then bowl you. Don't, you know, that's all sticking your tongue out at you. Oh, you know what? Actually, at the low levels, too, I can use the net ball, but I can also use the nest ball, because the nest ball would also... I don't know if it would have the exact same catch rate. I want to say it does. So what is it? It's like you get, like, the Great Ball is 1.5, Ultra Ball, I think, is ×2. But then you get, like, these other ones where I think these are, the like, the ones with the additive bonus have, I think they're, like, multiplier of 3. Now this one I'm wanting to be a pure special attacker. There is no physical moves I really would want this thing to have. And look to see what that is. So that is the circular esque one with that on top. No, that's not Brave. Ooh, no, that is Lax Nature. We do not want Lax. Nice that it raises defense. Defense is a good one. Like, if it was bold, I'd be cool with bold. Once did Sapphire Victory Road in the dark. Golbat's supposed to be what you run into usually bad. Golly. I said code towns, please. D-pad, work for me. You know what, let me actually... I'm going to temporarily register this, because I don't know how long this will take. If I don't get a good shelter here in the next, like, 15 minutes or so, I'll end up just kind of, like, doing this on my off time. Getting the shelter, and then contemplating whether I want to catch it up beforehand, or if I want to just let it, like, level up naturally. Because there's an area that we're going to end up going to where there's going to be a lot of mons that are at a level where it can kind of go against them. And I can level them up, I can level up Shelter doing that. And there we go, single hands, nice. Nice. So we got that girl. We're gonna use that net ball again. Which I kind of like the way that its colors look in this, because it's weird. Like, it has the color that it that it uses in the menu, but then when it's like actually out, it looks like it's a different color. The shades definitely are not the same. And then let's look at you. Ooh, you're holding a pearl. Nice. Or at least it's a pearl. I couldn't tell you exactly what it is. Is it 44, 17, 24? Let's see. Oh, hold on. Which one is that? That. J for sure. So that's Lonely. I do not want Lonely. Yeah, we don't want Lonely. We don't want it lowering its literal best defense. Yeah, and I don't know, like, I'm also trying to think, too, because, like, when it comes to, like, the Victory Roads, I'm trying to think if there's ever been a time where, like, I get to Victory Road, and if there's, like, a mon that's in this cave that I want now that you know, couldn't get, you know, hours in the gameplay ago. Oh, cool. Like, my first try, I get the shelter again. I mean, I think I've had one time where I almost contemplated, excuse me, where I almost wanted to use an Aggron, like, last minute. Ended up not. But I figured if there was going to be a time to, like, try to get it, it would have been then. Because then I could just give it, like, one rare candy. evolve it, and then give it the Macho Brace, and then just grind on Larons and something else, and then I could have worked on just defense and attack. It just got that thing absolutely... Did I get another Lonely Nature with higher stats? Dang it, game. Um. Bam. Yeah, just a, that's that. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm also thinking too. Like, I'm also not the kind to where I try to use repels all the time. But that's because, like I said, and I've mentioned it before as well. That's how I always find my shinies. Yes, mate. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I just like having wild encounters. Whether they're a nuisance. I almost said whether they're a nuisance animal. That's not how that goes. Whether they're a mon you don't really care to see or not. I just want to have the chance of finding one that's shiny. But I have gotten lucky in that all the shinies that I find in the earlier games have always been ones that I want. What nature is that? Almost want to say that might lower special defense. I don't know if I'm gonna like this nature. Let's see. Oh, did I say it lowered special defense? Because I was right, because that is Rash. It's close, but no. Just lucky the only encounter was one Pokemon repeatedly could have been a Graveler. Yeah, dude, like, the shiny Gravelers, man. Shiny Graveler and the occasional Geodude with self-destruct is always, like, the biggest heartbreaker to see. I've never had that, luckily. The worst shiny encounter I had was playing Leaf Green, and my first or second encounter going to get, you know, Oak's parcel from the mart, and it was a shiny Rattata. And since it's before going there and getting Pokeballs, I had no Pokeballs to catch it. And I had my brothers around too. And so I'm just like, oh shit, I found a shiny Rattata. And they're like, oh, so early, that's awesome. I was like, I know, it's awesome. And then, and so like I get its health down a little bit, and I'm like, all right, now we're gonna go. And they're like, what? They're like, did you run out of balls? And I'm like, no, I never had any in the first place. I forgot I just started, and they laughed at me. They made me feel bad. I mean, it was funny though. Like, in hindsight, I was like, yeah, upset still, but cool that it happened anyways. Plus, this is one of those moments too where it's just, it's kind of a nice story to have. I don't know, like, what your definition of nice is, but, like, it gives me something to, like, kind of talk about amongst friends. Like, it's just that one shine. I think so far that was the worst encounter that I had. Because I think that's the only one that I ever was unable to get. That I can recall. Every other one I think I was able to get. Oh, the most I ended up doing... Oh, no, actually, no. There was another one that I lost. I lost a shiny Glimmet due to self-destruct. Because I didn't know it got it naturally. But nature is... Is that a neutral nature? That might be neutral. A lot of lines and then that weird V. Yeah, that looks like it's a quirky nature. Yeah, because by the looks of it, there's no other natures that use the symbols. So, you know what? Let me look, because I want to say the stats actually look like they're pretty good. Let me see if in a IV checker. Kind of want to see how it looks. JJJK, LMNOP, QRS, S, SH, shoulder. 25. And you squirk it with 54, 37, 57, 34, 20, well, not 9, 6. That's partially right. Its special attack is 26 to 29, but everything else is doo-doo butter. Mine is shiny. Anyone want a shiny? I want to know if I shiny. No. Oh, that's so sad. Knocking out a shiny just because you didn't want it. My heart. Yeah, I definitely don't. Like, go. Oh, yeah, dude. Emeralds. Well, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, like, just Gen 3's Victory Road. The fact that it required so much of the usage of Flash was so not cool. Because, like, I know they say that, like, Gen 4 is probably one of the worst when it comes to, like, the requirement of HMs. I think Gen 3, just for having that one Flash usage being the end of the game, is kind of a really big middle finger. Not impossible, but not wanted by anyone. I also don't know what the first move I have is. Oh no, I have Return and Mega Kick, that's right. Why did I forget that's what it was? Oh yeah, dude, and that was like also like one of like the most dickish things they ever did too, was putting the Wally fight just at the end of Victory Road for Ruby and Sapphire. That was so rude. 38, 57, 26. That looks like it's probably going to be naughty? No, not naughty. Okay, so circle with the H. Relaxed? So that's just really low special attack. Or no, special defense. Yeah, not the nature that I'd want, though. Hoping for bold. Hoping specifically would love modest, but bold is good. I think I'd even be okay with calm. Like, calm isn't like one that I really want to go for, but I would settle for calm. And if the IVs were really nice, I would have to be super picky on timid. Like, if it was timid, it would have to just have killer IVs all around except for attack. Because I'm not really wanting to care if you're speedy or not. And then we're gonna netball you, and we're gonna catch you. Wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't a high encounter rate. Victory Road, Silver, Gen 2 wasn't too much an issue. Dude, yeah, and Gen 2's Victory Road felt so... I mean, and it was easy, because pretty much like all the trainers that you're supposed to fight in Victory Road, you get them on your way up to it. Oh, so that was another nature that I know I didn't like. Biscuits, what is it? It's the L with the thingy. The L with the thingy. That is not the right way to do it. Oh no, that's worse. That's actually a jolly nature. Ew. Which explains why the special attack is so low, but... Ugh. Actually, you know what? If it was Gen 5 and up, that would actually not be too bad. Skill Link Icicle Sphere. With that would actually be pretty decent. Johto's Victory Road is smaller than the grass unless you're by a rock type. Yeah, but I also think they knew to kind of make well, and I like the one thing I do kind of like about Johto's Victory Road. I mean, even though it's literally just Gen 1s, just minus the people, and also incredibly condensed. I like the fact that for the levels that you go there in, the wild mons are actually somewhat worth fighting a little bit. Not saying that they're like perfect or like amazing to go to go against, but it was always one where like if I had like Feraligatr or some other water type or grass type and I needed to grind up at the end, I didn't mind if I needed to like rely on trainers or do a bunch of failed attempts at the Elite Four. I just fight the wild mons that are in there. They're totally worth it. Trying to like take a sip of water while also paying attention to the screen while fishing was definitely a dangerous game. Our way, huge encounter rate if you have any rock types because of your damage won't stop the encounter. Well, what is it? You can have like Intimidate and then is it the Cleanse? I think it's this Cleanse tag. If you have that, if you hold that, helps repel, I think, wild mons. If you had that, and if you had the Black Flute, I feel like that would make your encounter rate almost none. You can catch Psyduck here? Oh, that is low-key. You know what? I haven't used a Psyduck in like 7 years. I used one in like a bullshit play of Platinum I did where I just kind of like used mons that I never used before, and I definitely didn't try to train any of them up or anything. I just kind of like used stuff that I was like, I've never used you, let's go. I've never used you, let's go. And Psyduck was definitely one, and I actually didn't mind it at the end of the day. But I also think I did use TMs from my main Platinum to kind of like help out some mods with, you know, with like moves and shit. I think with like Calm, like it was like modest with Calm Mind. I actually didn't mind it whatsoever. Is that Adamant? If that wasn't Adamant, that'd be tempting. Your numbers look so even, and I don't know if I like it. But that's a bummer. No to the Psyduck. Hard new clued. Not gonna use you. Let me go for something else. See, now this patch of water is actually doing the thing. Shelter, okay, got you again. Now Sing land. No, Sing, you're supposed to land for me. Sing land. Yeah. See, we're gonna say that worked. That was over there. That was my record Nuzlocke attempt mini reaching. Just cut out. See, I feel like Johto, like, for the main story, is probably one of the easiest ones to lock. But it's because of how low leveled you are without grinding. Like, the Elite Four can be a real bitch. Except for Karen. I had to remember what her name was, and I was like, what is she? For some reason, I'm like Agatha, but no. No, what? No. I didn't want to catch this. Damn it, now I have to catch this, and now I have to go to a PC and make sure if this is good or not. And I have to use a netball on this, but I do want to actually make sure that I check all the ones I get. I don't want to take a RNG for granted and possibly have this be a decent one. But like I said, also I have to use a nest ball, which should do fine. Okay, cool. No problemo. I like it. And no, we are also not going to give you a nickname. So I don't nickname stuff usually. You don't have a PC in here, right? Like, not one that I can use. Yeah, no, it's just reading his mail. Or facts. Or hints? I don't know. So sad. And I guess I'll have to go through... Oh, nope. There we go. Re-register that, and then I know I said that I usually don't use repels. Hypocrisy, I use to repel. Hypocrisy! That's a Norm Macdonald reference. But it's a joke that I would not say on here, because it's not like the familiest of friendly jokes. So let's check out these. We'll go to move. Place you, summary. What are the odds? The odds that the two that I pick up are freaking adamant. Like, right? That's adamant and adamant. Well, shucks. Well, you know what? An adamant shoulder. Adamant at 20. 46. 35. 47. 23. 21. 25. Oh, that's a bummer. That's for my level 21. It has 30 or 31 in special defense. The other numbers are not great, and for it being adamant, its lowest IV is in attack, being 5 or 9. Dog, what the hell are you doing out there? He's like hardcore sniffing, and he just keeps like... And it almost sounds like his body is like rejecting the sniffs. Attack is 48. Defense is 58. Special attack is 31. Oh, that special defense is dog shit. I'll definitely tell you that. Huh. So this one is... Okay, so this one is neat because it has 28 to 31 in HP, 26 to 29 in attack, 12 to 15, and 14 to 17 in defense and special defense, 30 to 31 in special attack, but then 8 to 11 in speed. I'm gonna weirdly keep this one, but I'm gonna use it to transfer up into black and white. And then... I accidentally released it. Well, alright, never mind. That was sad. I can't read. I thought that was take away its item. I should have just went to the separate thing. That one was gonna actually be really good for fucking breeding. My heart is sad. Alright, let's go for one more shelter, and then we're done. I'm gonna call it. That was so sad. So sad. I like that shelter, and now I can't use it for anything. Why? Iskits. Game, you could at least be nice to me and just give me a shelter, like, outright. But no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna make me have to wait. Oh, that's so sad. That's such a good one. So come on, give me another shelter. Just give me a shelter. Alright, well, I mean, give me an encounter first, like, jeez. Come on, give me an encounter. Do me a solid. No, that's not how you do me a solid. Oh my goodness, dude, game, am I gonna have to actually move again? Oh, you were doing so good, now you're not. Come on, there we go. Shelter. That's not shoulder. Stop. No. Give me shelter. There we go. I was gonna say give me an encounter first. There we go. Level 19. Alright, that's not bad. Let me actually check out too when. Gen 3 learned said that is what I would want to look at. Fire red leaf. Oh, it actually gets a. Huh, it did not get Icicle Spear in Ruby and Sapphire. But it gets it in Fire Red and Leaf Green. That is very... it feels like that's kind of odd to me that it did not get Icicle Spear until Emerald, or Fire Red and Leaf Green. When literally one of its abilities is Skill Link. Was it like an egg? Well, maybe it was an egg move thing. Okay, so it can learn it as an egg move in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, but learned it naturally in Fire Red Leaf Green. That's odd. Also, why are my things not landing? Oh, you're confused? There we go. Oh, okay, so what is it? It's at 19. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as long as I catch one under level 22, it should just start with Tackle, Withdraw, Icicle Spear, and Supersonic. And I'll have to check to see what ability it has to make sure that if it's Skill Link, that I would care to make sure I have Icicle Spear on it. Because I think without it, then the next move it would have is a Whirr Beam, but I don't know if it gets rid of Tackle, or is it one of those things where it'll get rid of like a random move that it has? Because if it got rid of Tackle, which is like the first move it learns, I don't mind that. But let's see. The Shelter to end the evening. 32, 48, 22, 22, 18. Is that lower? Is that a nature that's going to lower speed? Let's see. That's a... Hold on. It is. It's sassy. I kind of don't want you to be slow. But what is it at sassy nature? Higher number's even good. At 19, 42, 32, 48. I feel like that defense is going to be really good. 22, 22. Like, looking, I was like, was that matching numbers? It is. Its defenses are possibly maxed. Both are between 27 to 31. Special attack is 0 to 4. HP is 9 to 13. Oh, that is how my night is going to end. So I'm going to, in my off time, try to get me a good shelter. That sucked. I found one that I wanted to send up, Adamant, with like a nature that was good for Gen 5. Just had to make sure if it was Skill Link or not. If it wasn't Skill Link, then I would have just bred it with something else that also had IVs that were good in spots I needed it to and worked. I'm so bummed out by that. But I'll live. So, I will definitely see you all. I want to say Wednesday. Wednesday probably sounds like a safe time to assume I'll be done. If not Wednesday, could be tomorrow. But if not Wednesday, then Thursday. Because Friday, more than likely, I'm going to do a half day and come home and do fun me things. So I will see you guys later. Definitely leave a like if you liked it. If you didn't, I mean, do what you want. And like I said, see you sometime within the next 3 days. I want to say for sure it should be Wednesday. See you guys next time.